And so to the final of the men's 100 metres, and we had 2 heats earlier on today, 18 athletes across the 2 heats. And I have to say, both Hannah and I thought that you could make a case for at least half of them winning the final itself. Only 9 went through across those 2 heats, and here they are. So let's meet them in full. Ronnie Baker, who's having a fine season, and he went through as a fastest loser, 32 now, but in great shape. Emmanuel Eseme, the Commonwealth Games champion, who won in filthy conditions in 9:83 in Glasgow. Akane Simbine goes in lane 3 for South Africa. Andre de Grasse, really impressive in his heat, finished second, the former Olympic champion. OBLIQUE Seville looked really comfortable. The world champion, the Jamaican #1, hadn't raced for a month, alongside Kenny Bednarek, who won his heat, again very comfortably. Both of them just shut down in the last 10 metres or so. Leila from South Africa, the second South African in this heat, also looked good in his heat. Now, one of the discoveries of the season, Kayinsola Ajayi, very much the new kid on the block. We wondered how he would respond to the disappointment of not winning the Commonwealth Games title. Well, he looked impressive in his heat. Coleman has got through here as a non-automatic qualifier, the Diamond League champion. So plenty of quality here. Lots of well-rested Americans and a couple of guys who were at the Commonwealth Games. But this is really tough to call. Seville, for me, looked the pick alongside Bednarek. So from lane 1, inside to out. Ronnie Baker, USA, goes in 1. Emmanuel Eseme for Cameroon goes in 2. Simbine, South Africa, 3. Andre de Grasse in 4. OBLIQUE Seville, the world champion, in 5. Bednarek there with the headband. Kung Fu Kenny goes in 6. Leila from South Africa in 7. Ajayi, Nigeria, in 8. Christian Coleman, right of picture, goes in lane 9. Men's 100 metres final. Great start from Seville. Also going well is Bednarek. Bednarek and Seville moving away. Also going nicely is Ronnie Baker on the inside, but Seville's going to get this. Seville looking across, 9:83. A nice tickling tailwind of 1.4 to just gently buffet them along. But Seville and Bednarek, who were the 2 eye-catching athletes from the semi-finals, all the heats earlier on today, have delivered. And OBLIQUE Seville, who'd had that month off, hadn't raced competitively for it, has been training well. He's certainly not wasted his time, comes back really strongly and fends off Bednarek and Coleman, the 2 Americans, in 2nd and 3rd. Bednarek was trying to chase him down, but Seville comfortable in the end. And when we see the replay, he had a cheeky look over to his right just before he crossed the line. And 9:83 to 9:87. It's not huge, but it is significant.
Well, he breaks the 3-way tie for the meeting records held by Kashane Thompson, Fred Curley and Ronnie Baker. But what we're seeing, I think, from these male 100-metre runners is these athletes have been on the charge the last few seasons, back-to-back-to-backs, major championships. And the first half of this season, I think we've just seen them easing into 2026. But as we look towards the big opportunities, the Diamond League final, the World Ultimate Championships, I think we're going to see a lot of these athletes finding another 10th or so. And I think OBLIQUE Seville, he came into his running in Lausanne last year at the Diamond League when he won in the pouring rain, and that was a first indication that he was perhaps the informed man. He converted that to the gold in Tokyo, and this feels reminiscent of that for me, for Seville. He has had a good season. He's not raced loads and loads, but to take a win here with around about 3 weeks left of the season makes me think he's going to finish on a high.
Yeah, I agree. And Seville, actually the only man to have won 2 Diamond Leagues this year. It was 6 different winners until literally just a minute ago. So Seville with that meeting record equaling run